Time for Law and Disorder.
I demand a lawyer.
With attorney Jeff Kaufman on 101.1 WJRR.
We are Orlando's rock station. It's the Lynch and Taco Show. Here they come.
I'm just calling you.
Up on Facebook Live on the air. Taco and Jeff come strolling in.
Kaufman, did you hear me out there yelling in the hall going, hey, Kaufman, we're on in a minute?
Yeah, you have your...
I was rented. Pat, I even did the bathroom call where I went to the bathroom and
Hello.
I felt awkward and I said, Kaufman, are you in here? We're down to 40 seconds. All right, you're good. You don't need headphones. You can hear us. You there?
Yeah.
All right. So how was the weekend, dude?
Weekend was good, man. I did helped sponsor Dancing for Diabetes, which is a great thing done in Dr. Phillips, where it's amazing, the group they do. Young people dancing, working hard, just trying to live normal lives.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Jeff does a lot of stuff in the community, and if you think about it, this is kind of doing stuff for the community because you come in here each Monday and answer legal questions.
He's a partner at Kaufman Lynd. It's a personal injury law firm, but he entertains general legal questions as well, and we definitely appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule to help out the listeners here.
Very easy to get in touch with Jeff if you have a question. Jeff at whenyouneedus.com is his direct email. Again, Jeff at whenyouneedus.com. Pound 546 on your cell or 407-500-JEFF.
Yeah, so if you or someone you know has been injured and you think you might need legal assistance, it's a good sounding board.
Speaking of the weekend, this first question, Jeff, has to do with something that happened over the weekend.
Sure.
The Tyson fight.
Yeah. Well, hold on. I don't know if it's technically a fight.
Is someone wanting to sue Netflix?
No, but it's somebody. It's something else. But did you watch that?
Yeah, but I knew about the contract beforehand. Mm-hmm. I've never seen an event. You can't really call it a boxing match. You can't even call it a fight because the contract says that one person gets paid more the longer the fight goes on. So
it's already being rigged.
That's like the Super Bowl being said, hey, listen, if you score too much in the first 3 quarters, you get paid half of what you get paid, even if you win. So, and that's what it was about. The fact is that Tyson got his full purse if it lasted more rounds. And could you imagine, I'm supposed to slow down?
Yeah.
And then there were things in there that controlled the way you hit people, like uppercuts and stuff like that.
And the size of the gloves, the length of the rounds.
Well, the length of the rounds and stuff like that, that's just controlling the situation. But telling a fighter he can't win in the first round, you're going to make less money.
I would have loved to have seen all this.
There's a fix. I mean, it's basically fixed. If you think about it, you're going to think of all the fights that go, you got to take a dive in the third. You got to do something.
Spinning wheel.
Did you hear what Pat's saying? He wish he would have seen all this. Nobody could watch
a lot of us just saw the spinning wheel.
Yeah, streaming's tough.
It's brutal, dude. Yeah. And they have to air Netflix has to air the Christmas Day games.
They've spent billions of dollars to get the rights to air the Christmas Day games, and they better get their streaming act together. That's what they do.
Yeah.
Well, this is what happens a lot of times. It's like a phone line, kind of. The exact same. You can get flooded and be down, and they go, we're going to do good, but we don't know if we're going to do this good. And I think, hopefully they have a month to figure it out. And, a lot goes into that. Yeah. So happens. It's stupid to think that fight wouldn't get more than they thought it would. I mean, they should have known, hey, listen, if we have 80 million downloads at the same time, it's good. They know their speeds. They know across distance. They know what's going on.
Yeah, it happens with our phone line when we give away big tickets. Okay, so here's the question on it. Mr. Kaufman, I invited some buddies over to watch Tyson fight on my new 85-inch 4K TV.
Oof.
One of my friends made a large bet that Tyson would knock out Paul in 5 rounds. When Tyson didn't, my friend threw a beer bottle at my TV, shattered the screen. I paid $7,000 for it. What can I do?
$7,000.
This has nothing to do with it. This guy broke something in your house. It's like anything else. But basically it's like him hitting you with his car, kind of, but
so
over
Do?
property. He's got to ask the guy for the money, and then the guy's going to say no, and then he's going to have to sue him.
All right,
that's the way it's going to work. I mean, it's more than $5,000. It's So, I mean...
And in the meantime, just go to Walmart and get one of those TVs where you can get a 40 or 50 inch for like $200.
Do you know that watching a 50 inch after having an 83 incher, that's, come on, man.
You can't go back.
Come on, go big or go home.
No,
It's
but
just
he doesn't have to go. First off, he's got, what is it, 8K?
Yeah.
Okay.
No. It cost $8,000. Yes.
Well, I was just in Best Buy. We bought a lot of stuff for teachers affected by the hurricane a couple weeks ago, and I remember going in and seeing like an 85-inch television for like $700-800. And the fact is, it's not 8K. But, 4K is enough.
No, he's talking about $8,000, 8K. I was just saying
No,
$1,000.
I'm talking about the type of television.
Oh, okay.
I know the difference.
I got you.
I mean, you're talking about you could see leaves and stuff like that perfectly. But I mean, temporarily, he could get himself about $800 together and take care of it. I know the difference.
Spinning wheel would have looked great in 8K. I can only
a spinning
imagine.
wheel looks the same in 4K or 8K.
Can you see over there where he had his head down?
But it sucks. I mean, I feel bad for it. I mean, nobody. God, you have some. The question is this, though. Did you always know this guy was a jerk off?
Hope if he...
Yeah.
I mean, you know the friends I have. I know the friends that I finally wind up cutting off. I mean, they were jerk-offs all the whole time, but they just finally did something.
Crossed
the line. Now, your friend, he's not going to give you the money. He's not going to buy you an $8,000 television because you're his rich friend if you haven't figured it out yet.
Your homeowner's insurance cover anything like that?
Intentional? I don't think so.
Well, the homeowner didn't do it intentionally.
A friend of his committed a crime, basically.
Yeah, but then you have to pay your...
I mean, you could test it out. I mean,
for that, you meet your deductible on a TV at that price.
I mean, what's your deductible? $2,000 to $5,000, and then they raise your rates forever.
We're going to drop.
And now the cost of homeowners insurance. I mean, I wouldn't file anything against my policy.
No
one. They've jacked my policy up to I think 10.
I have drywall issues from the storms, and I'm like, I'm not going to do anything with that.
I'm actually seriously considering moving to a homeless camp.
I would not.
Condominiums not a bad idea, even though you pay the HOA. But the fact is that homeowners insurance is a lot of times maybe close to, if not more.
Unless it's one of the condos that's been assessed to come up to the new standards that go into effect at the first of the year, and you're assessed an additional fee on top of everything else.
What kind of what do you mean, like hurricane issues?
Because of Surfside down in South Florida, all these condos now have to meet new regulations, and if they're not there, they've got to get them there. And how do you think they're going to pay for that?
Surfside was a different example. They knew for better part of 8 years that they had structural damage.
Well, they're doing it to all the different condos because of that. Okay, wait, let's get on to another one. Our neighbors have obnoxiously bright floodlights that shine all night up in our bedroom window on the second floor. We looked up code enforcement, and it seems to only apply to businesses. Do we have a way to make a complaint? We asked them if they can turn them off, and they won't.
Well, if you have a homeowners association, you have different issues with that. So if you don't have a homeowners association, I mean, there's quiet enjoyment issues. They don't have a right to shine lights directly into your windows. I mean, a lot of times at that humbug Christmas thing where they light all the lights and everything else to rash you. But if you actually have lights that are burning through your window, I mean, you might have an issue. You might be able to file something.
Yeah. Don't worry if I don't get you to yours today. If we don't get to them, we will print them up. For Jeff, any advice on how I can get a copy of a police report so I can file it for my insurance claim on my phone that was stolen at a concert? It's being a pain. So, advice on how to get a copy of a police report.
If it was a crash report, I could have told you pretty easy. That's online. Whoever took the report from you, if you got their name, if you got their card, you might be able to harass them. I mean, that's probably the best thing you can do. Okay. Constantly go in there, constantly harass the department. The squeaky wheel gets the grease, something like that. But I have a feeling it's not going to be a high priority for them, the iPhone theft of 2008.
Yeah, no, there were a lot of
not
phones.
2008, you know what I mean. I'm just titling it, Steve.
Yeah. What, Pat, we have time for one more?
Sure, why not?
Speaking of squatters, like you were saying, Pat, living in a homeless camp, I have squatters in a house that I rent. What can I do to get them out?
Eviction. You got to go through the eviction process. It probably takes a little longer to get them in court and everything else like that.
Did Taco ever tell you his eviction solution for something like that?
I don't know if you're going to like it.
Self-eviction very rarely works.
No,
Don't look for the internet. You can actually go to jail if you do something
This
wrong.
will have the desired end effect.
No.
Okay,
If
go ahead.
you have people in your property squatting, you just call the pest company and say, hey, I need to have my house tented. I have pests.
Termites.
It's not going to work.
They are pests.
No, you don't understand. They can't. These guys won't do anything if people are in the house.
How would they know?
How do they know when they're tenting the house? There's somebody in the damn house. They kill these people. Are you kidding? They know better. They're not going to go, hey, we'll kill somebody so you can get your squatters out.
Aren't you familiar with Bob World Order at this point?
I understand, but the problem is there's somebody listening who's going to go, you know what? That sounds like a good idea.
The rodents are taken care of, Kaufman.
Your listeners believe you. You have like minions.
By the way,
like Bobettes running around.
By the way, keep the self-addressed stamped envelopes coming. We're churning those Bob World Order stickers out. It is beyond
like hotcakes.
It's beyond grassroots at this point.
Yeah, just send us your self-addressed
You're going to get
envelope.
elected president. You realize how scary this is.
Hey,
the world we live in.
Do you realize it's morphed from just BWO stickers into now BWO koozies? Yeah, we're going to have them out at events, Kaufman. I'll get you a couple.
Yeah, I'll take them.
It always starts with the stickers.
It starts with a koozie, and next thing you know,
yeah.
he's running the world.
Just like when you gave us those cool fans out at the party in Mount Dora. Oh, yeah. I'll get you a koozie.
Been inspired.
Jeff Kaufman from Kaufman and Lynd. If you need an answer from him and we didn't get to yours this morning, you can get to him directly. How, Taco?
Jeff at whenyouneedus.com, pound 546 on your cell, or 407-500-JEFF.
Jeff, have a tremendous week.
I will try.
Lynch and Taco's commercial-free Workday Rock Block coming up next.
Lynch and Taco on demand. Download the iHeartRadio app.
He's